Good morning. Thank you all for coming in. I also want to thank our partners from the FBI, Supervisory Special Agent Andrew Brandt, for being here also for this announcement. We're announcing a reward that is being put out for a Mr. Quandric Morris-Ogelsby for a homicide that happened on April 5th of this year. At approximately 4 a.m. on April 5th of this year, there was a shooting at the Sugars Bar and Grill located at 1919 North Main Street here in the city of Dayton. During this shooting, a Kason Webb was shot and killed in the back room of this bar. From our investigation, we've been able to determine the following. Shortly before 2 a.m., the victim arrived at the bar and upon entering, went into the back room of the bar. Approximately 10 minutes later, the suspect, Quandric Morris-Ogelsby, came into the bar. There was security at the bar the night of the incident, and both individuals were patted down. However, weapons were not found during those pat-downs and were then inside the bar during this incident. Both individuals go back into a back room at about the same time. This back room had some old pool tables and other things in there that were being used on this evening for gambling. They were throwing dice on those back pool tables. We do have some security from inside, but it is limited. It's not full coverage of the bar, so some of this is from security video that we were able to obtain. Approximately 2 hours later is when the actual shooting happens. At that time, surveillance cameras show Mr. Morris-Ogelsby with a weapon in hand walking towards the area where Mr. Webb was located. The actual shooting is outside of the video surveillance. However, moments after he is seen walking towards Mr. Webb with the weapon, he is seen back on camera leaving bloody footprints behind, carrying a bag, and also holding a weapon. As he leaves, Mr. Morris-Ogelsby grabs a ballistic vest that was sitting nearby, then goes into the kitchen and tries to retrieve the security DVR. He does recover one of the two DVRs and then flees the location in a vehicle. That vehicle is later found in the Middletown area and is recovered. And as of this date, we've been unable to locate Mr. Morris-Ogelsby for this shooting. This is an individual that is known to the Dayton area as well as Xenia. He has prior history of dealing drugs, possessing weapons, possessing body armor, and he has numerous contacts in the Dayton area and outside the Dayton area, which is why we're partnering up with the FBI to put the reward out to bring this individual to justice. As you can see on the pictures that are going to pop up on the TV screen behind me, his appearance changes considerably over the amount of weight that he's wearing and also the way that he styles his hair. So we have, over the last 3 years, a couple different pictures of what he could look like depending on what type of hairstyle and weight that he's currently carrying. As I said, due to his connections outside the Dayton area, we've teamed up with the FBI and the United States Marshal Service to locate him and bring him to trial. In order to assist with this, the FBI is offering a $15,000 reward for information leading to the location and arrest of Quandric Morris-Ogelsby. Anybody with information on his whereabouts is encouraged to call the Dayton Police Department at 937-333-2677, or you can call Crime Stoppers at 937-222-7867. And with that, I'm willing to open it up to questions.
Did he operate alone during the shooting, or?
There's numerous people inside the bar at this time. However, it looks like this is an altercation between two individuals, not a group of people who came into the bar for this altercation.
Was he a suspect from the beginning, or did you guys have to review footage to identify him?
Our homicide unit was called out that night. In between all of the evidence that they gathered, they were pretty quickly able to determine who their primary suspect was, and immediately, and since then, have been constantly looking for him to bring him to justice.
Why was it important to bring the FBI into this case, in this investigation? I mean, is it really this suspect really a big influencer in the crime that's going on?
So he is a dangerous individual. One of the things with partnering with the FBI and the United States Marshal Service is the additional assets that they can bring outside the Dayton area. This individual has contacts outside the Dayton area, and while we do work with other local police departments, having the FBI and the United States Marshal Service, who can go anywhere in the nation and bring resources that we don't have as a smaller police department is instrumental in getting an individual like this into custody.
Do you know if he is still in state or locally around the area? Have you gotten any
I'm gonna,
information about
if I knew where he was, we'd have him. That's part of the problem is he does have a lot of individuals that he can go to in different areas, so it's very hard for us to track him down. So we're hoping a little bit of input from the public. With the assistance of the FBI and the U.S. Marshals, we'll be able to get him into custody rather quickly.